Hey, Pastor Steve here, and I believe that I have a word from the Lord for you today, and that word is produce. Did you know that God wants you to produce the produce that you were produced to produce? In other words, God wants you to produce fruit. You were created to produce fruit. From the very beginning of time, God had a plan that you would produce fruit in this life. Otherwise, He'd have just put us here to suck down oxygen, and that's absolutely not the reason why we're here. We're here for a very specific purpose. Now, there's certain things that I'm good at, there's certain things that you're good at, and if we can take those things and we can make them available to other people and to make this world a better place, then guess what we're doing? We're producing the fruit that God created us to produce. You know, Jesus told us that when we produce much fruit, we are truly His disciples, and it brings great joy to the Father. You know, when we see these things and we understand the simple fact that if the things that we're doing are producing great glory to the Father, then we're absolutely being what He created us for. You know, look at it this way. When we go out and we see our children do something great, we're so proud of them because not only are they our children, but also because we love them. Well, it's the same thing with God. When He sees us using our gifts and our talents in a way that honors Him, it brings glory to Him, and it also demonstrates that we are loving God because of the things that He's given to us. Check this out. At the very beginning of time, God said this. God blessed them and said to them, "Be fruitful and multiply, fill the earth, subdue it, using all the vast resources in the service of God and man, and have dominion over the fish of the sea, the birds of the air, and over every living creature that moves upon the earth." Now, these are all things that we can do, but I wanted to focus in on the fact that when God said, "Light be," light was. When God said, "You are blessed," you are blessed. When He said, "Be fruitful," He gave us the ability to be able to produce fruit. And that's what we should be doing. We should be taking our abilities and our talents and going out and using these things to be able to produce the fruit that God created for us. I've already said that twice now, but check this out. This is Mark 4:18 and 19. In the parable of the seed and the sower, what happens is that the seed that's planted and grows up with the weeds, it has no ability to be able to pollinate. It has no ability to be able to produce fruit. Check this out. The seed that fell among the thorns represent others who hear God's word, but all too quickly the message is crowded out by the worries of this life, the lure of wealth, and the desire for other things. So no fruit is produced. When we're not producing fruit, God has a very specific way of curing that. He either cuts off the branch or else He prunes it. Now, what we want to do is we want to take a look at and we want to be pruned. Check this out. This is John 15:2. He cuts off every branch of mine that doesn't produce fruit. He prunes the branches that do bear fruit so that they'll produce even more. Pruning can sometimes be difficult on us, but the reality is that all God's doing is taking out these distractions out of our lives. He's enabling us to be able to go out and focus on what He created us to do, which of course is to produce fruit, right? You know, He leaves us in this chapter with this statement. "You didn't choose me, I chose you. I appointed you to go and produce lasting fruit, so that the Father will give you whatever you ask for using my name." This is critical because if we ask the Lord for anything using Jesus' name, then it says here that we'll absolutely receive it. You know, this is all in relationship to the fruit that we produce. If we ask God for something in relationship to the fruit that we're going to go out and produce, He'll absolutely give it to us. You want to see your prayers answered? Go out and produce in the way that you were created to produce. You know, based on these things, this is the word that I believe that the Lord's given to me for you today. Each of you were created to produce fruit in your lives. The world needs fruit that you will produce. Grow the fruit that you were destined to produce and give it to those who need it the most. Well, I think that's a good word for each and every one of us, isn't it? You know, God has blessed us with a great opportunity to go out here and change the world. And He put the very things that can change the world inside of you. Well, I hope that this post has been a blessing for you. You're more than welcome to share this on Facebook. Go to YouTube. Check out our channel there. You can even subscribe to some of our videos there. Go to our webpage at awfg.today. Download some of the videos. Go to the blog. Download some of the resources. Check out the whole page. I'm sure that you'll enjoy it. Well, God bless you, and I hope to hear from each and every one of you.